How's it going? Today I'm gonna do a Livescope side-by-side kayak fishing day. We're gonna have the LVS34 and the LVS32. I think we're gonna try to get into some walleye. There's probably some bass and crappie in here. I'm starting to see a few fish, so let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so what you can see here is on the top, we've got the LVS34, the Livescope Plus, and on the bottom, we've got the LVS32. What you're seeing here is a little bit more range out of the LVS34. The way that I have the transducer set up is part of this reason, I believe. It's a little bit higher up in the water column. In the shallower water, it does make a difference. So next time out, what I might have to do is try to figure out a way to get them the same height for the next comparison video that I do. But for now, this will work. We will go to a little bit deeper water here in a little while, just to be able to see more comparably what they look like in terms of forward range. But as you can see, as I kind of pan around, that first 10-ish feet worked pretty good for the LVS32, and really the LVS34 is already, I mean, I can probably get out to 30 feet. I could probably go further. There is about a 6-inch depth difference just on my pole, the way that they're set up. So until we get into the little bit deeper water, it's not gonna truly be apples to apples comparison looking at that forward range for further out. And that's primarily because when you have more depth, you're able to get further range out. 6 inches though, I don't believe is making that big of a difference to where, if you can see the LVS34, I can see basically to the end of what I got my range set to, which is 30 feet right now. The LVS32, it's only 6 inches deeper in the water column, so that much less depth that it can shoot forward. And I can really only accurately right now get about 14 feet out. However, again, not apples to apples, so we're not gonna look at that, but we're gonna look within this first few feet here that we can identify fish and we can see them as they're coming into us. So if I pan around a little bit, you can see what looks like some suspended fish and some weeds, probably more than anything. I thought that was suspended fish. That looks more like a weed now that I'm angling the transducer around. So it looks like we've got quite a bit of weeds in here, which we definitely do. You can kind of see here, this is a very weedy spot right by the mouth of where water's flowing out. So we're gonna cast just a jig and a minnow to get started here, and we're gonna see probably over in, trying to find an area that's got pretty good range between the two of them, and it's looking like it might be over in this area. So I'm gonna cast over that way. The way that this is pointing is the way that I've got it set up so that the pole top points to where I'm gonna be shooting. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and get our first line wet. However, before we cast that first line, I'm gonna jump into this guy. This is a Bang Energy Shot. I love these things. This is the Bangster Berry. What's great about these is they are carbonated. I've tried a couple different flavors. This Bangster Berry is actually a really good one. You guys may have tried other energy shots from different companies. Again, what's unique about this is that it's carbonated, so it actually tastes pretty good. It tastes like an energy drink just in a tiny little bottle. And what's great about these is they have the same amount of caffeine in them, if I can get it open here, the same amount of caffeine in them as you would get out of a bigger, regular energy drink. So just crack her open, pull the wrap off. Awesome. You could definitely take this in one shot, but they taste so good that I like to drink it. It tastes that good. Check these guys out. There's very few stores that sell these right now. I think Vitamin Shop has them. I think Kroger, depending on where you live in the country, has these as well. But I have a link down below with a promo code that you can jump right to their website. Use my promo code AlexT10 to get 10% off the purchase as well. They're a sponsor of the channel, so definitely check them out. Checking out their stuff helps me out, helps me provide more of this free content to you guys, so really appreciate it. All right, let's get back to fishing. All right, so to get started for the day, what we're gonna be using is I believe this is an 1/8 ounce Fireball jig head from Northland Tackle, just chartreuse and green in color with a minnow, just dorsal fin hooked. We're just gonna cast this out there and we're gonna see what we can get into. I gotta cast this direction, so let's go ahead and do this. can definitely tell the definition difference between the LVS34 on the top and the LVS32 on the bottom. I can't even get that dialed in. I might need to turn the gain up a little bit, maybe. Might be what I need to do. Looks like something might be playing with it. I can't feel anything though. Doesn't look very big, whatever it is. Definitely finding myself looking at the LVS34 way more so than the LVS32, just simply because the LVS32 is almost hard to see. If I go full screen on that. I'll do this LVS32 full screen for a little bit. Should be able to see me there. There we go. Let's get this gain up maybe. Turning the gain up does help. We're gonna move this around. There we are, right there, about 8 feet out. All right, now let's go back. There we go, got it dialed in, had to turn that gain up. There's a fish coming up, you can see the fish on both screens. That's a little bit better of a comparison between the two there. Here we go. Just waiting for a big mama jamba to come through and grab it. Right now, I'm just sitting here because I got the power pole down in the back, which allows me not to have the trolling motor going, disturbing the water. As you can see, I'm only in about 2 feet of water right here, right by this mouth. Trying to hold it still so that we can see it on both screens. What I'll do is I'll turn my forward range, pull that in to 15 feet. That should help us a little bit here. You see it there? There it is. You know you want it. Should almost throw a bobber on it just to keep it at the right height here. Ah, he got the minnow. Put another minnow on there. I think if I put a bobber on, this wind is gonna take it and it's gonna take it out of our strike zone. So we're not gonna do that, but we're gonna go ahead and put maybe a little bit smaller minnow on there and see if we can't get something to hook up just so we can see it, and then we can try to get a little deeper here. We turn the gain down a little bit on the LVS32 just so that it is a little bit easier to see, and we are hooked up already, I think. Boom, hooked up. Ah, he almost got it. It was a little perch. You can see it out there. All right, we just moved a little bit deeper here, 2.5 feet. Let's see what we can get into out here. Oh goodness, we already got something. Oh. Look at this, a little walleye. Look at this guy, little walleye, literally just set, you heard me, we literally just moved over here probably 50 feet away from where we were, and we already got a little walleye. We're gonna, you can see the difference in the screen already, just being an extra 1 to 1.5 feet deeper at 2.5 feet. Just a tiny little guy, but hey, it's a walleye. We'll go ahead and take it. We'll let her go. See you later. But yeah, so we just got over here. I'm gonna obviously fish this area. We're gonna continue with the jig and the minnow because that obviously seems to be working. Hopefully we should be able to get a little bit more casting range. I'll widen this out past 15 feet, try to get to 30 and see what we can do. The comparison between the two I think is gonna be a lot better with this deeper area, because that 6-inch difference between where the 34 and the 32 is on the pole should be pretty different. So let's go ahead and see what we can get into here. Hopefully some bigger walleye, that'd be nice. Got him. It's just ooh, it's a nice crappie. Not bad. Gotta love ourselves a little bit of crappie. Come on, come on, come on. Look at that guy, huh? That's what we just saw bite that minnow. Right there. That's probably a good 9er, 10er. Nice. Whoo! Should we get a quick side measure on it? Yeah, it's a 9.25. If I were eating them, this would be a good eater, but we're not, so we're gonna let her go. See ya. Fun. That was kind of cool to see. We're just drifting over here right now. I might need to go back out because I'm starting to get close to the land, but we're gonna give it a shot a little bit longer here. Got one. You see that? I think this is a pike. Staying down though. Ooh, nice, a little walleye. Keyword little. Little guy, ha. There we go, there we go. A crappie! Bye-bye. It seems to me that the LVS34 has slightly better range to it when you're looking further out. It doesn't make as much of a difference in the deeper water, but when you're in that shallower water, say, you know, below 5 feet, it makes a world of a difference, which I also noticed ice fishing. So that's where the LVS34 really shines. I think the clarity is a lot better as well. I've got my gain about 4 to 5 steps down than on the LVS32 to get the same definition. So that's my initial thoughts. I know today we caught a few fish with it. We got into a little pike, we got some crappie, a walleye. Fun day out on the water. Check out this other video on the channel, and until next time, take it easy.